Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. I'm currently sitting on the floor in front of a bed and waving at the camera. Welcome to the audio description orientation for my channel. So you might be asking, what does all of that mean? Well, in this video, I'm going to quickly break down what audio description is, why and how I'm using it on this channel, and then I'm going to offer detailed descriptions of myself and my filming locations for your future reference. You may have noticed that I've been incorporating audio description in a few of my videos lately. It sounds like this. A clip from my video all about Allegra. On July 2nd, I set my pole to spin and got to work. I wear a mustard yellow top and ketchup red bottoms. I reach up with my arms, then hop up into an inversion, missing the leg hang, but instead going for a sloppy reverse crucifix. Audio description is, essentially, spoken captioning for the blind or those with low vision. Just like how written captioning helps people who can't hear or process audio, audio description makes visuals accessible. A common phrase in the audio description world is, if you see it, say it, which means that a describer like me has a duty to report what I'm seeing on the stage or on the screen or whatever it is so that everyone has an equal experience. I got into audio description because my dad happened to be listening to a podcast episode that featured Colleen Connor, an image of Colleen with their guide dog, Joplin. Colleen is the director of a group called Audio Description Training Retreats. And she also runs an excellent YouTube channel, which I will link in the description box below. My dad suggested that I look into this, and I found that the group was about to host a 4-day training on Zoom. I attended the training, fell absolutely head over heels with the craft, and then just recently attended the level 2 training, which was specifically writing for the screen. My classmates, who I made sit and watch my pole dancing videos, gave me wonderful suggestions for incorporating AD into this channel, which brings us to this video. I've always been passionate about making this channel as accessible as possible. That's why I work to provide written captions that also include things like sound effects, musical cues, and tone indicators. And after taking the audio description training, I want to incorporate that as well. As for the specific way that I do my AD, like this, an image of SpongeBob SquarePants. This is what's called incorporated audio description. That means it's part of the main video track and you can't toggle it on or off like you can on a streaming service or something. I would prefer to be able to offer this toggling option since I know some of my sighted viewers might find it kind of weird if I am calling out something that you can clearly see happening on your screen. However, unlike written captions, which YouTube allows you to create and edit as a separate track, unless you incorporate audio description into your main track on your video, there is no way to add it on in YouTube itself. The closest way we have right now is to go to the website UDescribe, which I'm showing on screen now, and request for a video to be described, and that website is honestly a nightmare of glitchy tech and confusing navigation, plus it takes you off YouTube itself. So for now, incorporated AD it is. It is my hope to one day become an established AD writer for TV, movies, or theater, and this will be a great way to practice and also make sure that this channel is enjoyable for everyone. I'm not going to go back and describe my old catalog, but I am going to work to make sure that every video from here on out is as detailed as possible. And if I post something that's just like a freestyle pole dance to a particular song, I will provide a written description in the pinned comment. Okay, on to the orientation element. This is a reference for any blind or low vision viewers to establish a sense of me and my spaces, so I don't have to start every video by describing them over and over, and also so I can go into much more detail. The room I'm sitting in now is my main filming room for any talking head videos like essays or reactions. I sit on the floor with my back propped up against a bed, which is covered by a thick comforter. The walls of this room are different shades of blue. Behind the bed is a set of closet doors and a slightly recessed door that leads out to a hallway. Wide windows in front of me bathe my face in natural light. When I film in here, I clip a small round microphone to my shirt. Here's a detailed description of my face, and I'll do a body description when I move down to the pool room. I am a white woman with long, wavy, dark blonde hair. A section of my hair, which I'm attempting to find and reveal now, is bleached bright blonde. I sometimes describe myself as looking like a sad egg because I have a large forehead and a prominent, sharp chin. My eyebrows are pale and bushy, and I usually fill them in with an eyebrow pencil when I'm filming in here, but today there is no makeup on my face. I wear thick glasses, which slightly distort my gray, large-pupiled eyes. The left side of my nose holds 2 tiny stud piercings, one glittery blue and the other purple opal. My lips are thin and slightly uneven, often smiling and almost always moving as I talk and sing incessantly. Let's move on down to the pole room. A mostly empty space with a black pole standing in almost the exact middle. When I film in here, I place the camera in the living room, so the view is from the outside of the pole room looking in through an open archway. The walls are painted plain white. To my right, the wall contains a small mirror, then another narrow archway leads to the kitchen. Behind me is a large window, most often with the horizontal blinds pulled closed. In the corner between the back wall and the left wall is a set of 2 rounded corner shelves that hold my pole accessories, like grip aids, my towel and rubbing alcohol, and knee pads, though those shelves are most often cleared off when I'm filming a routine or trying tricks. The wall to my left is empty except for a string of Christmas lights strung up high, which give off a warm glow when plugged in. The pole is 9 feet tall. I have to climb the pole at least once in order to reach my arm all the way to the top. A thin, square box of wood surrounds the top of the pole to ensure that it stays in place. The base of the pole is a small circle of silicone that presses into the wood floor. When the pole is set to spin, which it almost always is while I'm filming, the whole outer casing rotates, meaning that if I hang on to it, my body will rotate too. The crash mat I use for safety is 2 inches thick and pink. It's circular with a hole in the center, so the pole can rest exactly in the middle and the mat surrounds it, extending 2 feet out. Here is a detailed description of my body, which is most often on display in sports bras or bralettes and booty shorts or underwear, so I have enough skin out to stick to the pole. Please note that this description is not meant as a value judgment or criticism of my body, but me merely saying what I see. I am 5 feet 4.5 inches tall, which is pretty average. I have a mid-sized body, neither thin nor fat. My hair, when not scraped up into a bun or ponytail, hangs to my mid-back. My arms are muscular and my elbows hyperextend, sometimes creating weird angles. On my left side, just below my bra band, a red and black tattoo peeks out or is occasionally fully visible if I'm wearing a very skimpy top. It's a heart stabbed by 3 swords, a representation of the 3 of Swords from a tarot deck. My legs are thick and muscular, covered in a layer of blonde, unshaved hair that barely shows up on camera. There are usually a few bruises dotting the skin. My upper thighs and butt have cellulite and silvery stretch marks. My butt is really just in your face, meaning that it's big and round and barely contained by whatever scrap of fabric I'm wearing. I really like doing butt-shaking dance moves that show off what I got. I have a beauty mark on the inside of my left knee that is darker brown than the rest of my skin. It almost resembles the continent of Africa. My finger and toenails are most often painted bright colors. I'm back in the filming room. I hope that this resource was useful to you, either as an orientation guide or as a quick explainer of audio description. Like I said, I'll link some resources in the description box if you are interested in learning more about this. Most often, when I sign off, I will wave to the camera and then stay where I am and do a little dance until the video fades to black. I'm gonna do that now. Bye! The subscribe button appears on the right. A suggested video and playlist appear on the left.